Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to iSelf Academy YouTube channel again, and this is the first video that I'm adding for this year. And we are coming back to Excel User Series 3.0 this time around. And last time I planned a lot of videos, but unfortunately, as I've traveled a lot, I couldn't be able to generate a lot of video. So this time I'd like to give a quality video, so I don't think that I'll be giving a lot of video either. I'll try to give the best video possible by me. And one of the best video that I've recently come across in Office 365 version is how easy it is to split a data into multiple columns. I remember my first class in 2002, not the exact date, I don't remember the date, but the year is 2002. That's the first time I used text to column, and until last year mid, I was using the same functionality for splitting a data where the data is ununiform like this. So if you have a data that comes in your list and then the data doesn't have a proper data set, or the data set is not able to be used using a flash fill option, I term that as ununiform data set. And as the name of the person are varying here, somebody has 2 names, somebody has 3 names, and so on and so forth. In my olden way of doing it is, we may not be able to use, even in Office 2013 when I got the flash fill, I tried to achieve this, but unfortunately the flash fill didn't really work well for me. Then I was waiting for this particular formula for a long time now. How do I use in the old days is, I'll just take the data and copy paste it in a sheet where I want to get the result here. I'll go to the data, I'll go to text to column, and then I will use the delimited width here. And then I'll give a next to that, and then I'll say I have a space in between these data here. Automatically my data will break it to multiple point. Again, in some data I have a dot in here, and I'm not going to really worry about it at the moment, so I'm going to just break this into multiple column and finish it. And I give an OK, and that's going to automatically break the data into multiple column here. Again, this is what I'll do for an ununiform data set, whether the data is very long or short. But if you're doing that in Office 365 version, so what version that I'm using at the moment is Microsoft Office 365 for enterprises here, and then I'm using a version called 2302 here. So let's show what I'm doing right now. This is one of the formula that we have in our formula bar where we can use a text function. So I'll go to the formula, and then the text drop down formula, you will see this formula called text split here. This is the formula that I'm going to use, and this formula is very good. I'm using only a limited part of this. We will see a lot more variant when we are working on text splits furthermore as we go forward. So I'll show you how I'm going to use that even better if I wanted to get the answer here. So let me just show you how I'm going to use that. So let's start with a text split here, and then I'll select the first cell and give an enter. That's going to automatically break the data into a list for me. But again, when I bring in the text split option, it'll ask you what is the text, then how do you want to break, and what is the delimiter that you have to break it. So my column delimiter, I want to break the data in multiple columns here, so I'm going to give a double quote space and a double quotes here, and then close the bracket and give an enter. That's going to split the data in here. Then when I double click and set it down, or when I drag and drop the data to the other cells, automatically that's going to break all my names into multiple point. So the way in which I did in text to column was a little more tedious than what I'm doing in a text split functionality. The text split function is a far more faster and easier, and this is dynamic in nature. If a new data is added in my list below, probably I may not be able to get that result coming up for me. So when I give another name here at the bottom, then I won't get that box automatically here. But when I fulfill this data to the next point, then automatically you can see that comes in place here. Here I have to redo this process of data again. This will not work for me. This is a static function for me, the text to column. But whereas when I work with the other dimension, that is a dynamic formula here. This is one part of a dynamic array function. So this is a dynamic formula which allows you to add the data as much as you want. I'm using a formula to break the data, not ribbon function to do it. So that's the difference between these two. So hope you have learned something new today, and this is the kickstart of Excel User Series 3.2 video number 1 in 2023 series, and we will see more videos coming up for us. Thank you so much.